What's up guys, it's Cal, and I know I'm a bit late making this video, but I just finally got my first legendary. 7.1 came out, and I'm currently, as you see on the screen, I'm just doing some Mythic Halls of Valor, trying to get a tune for Kara, and pretty much just yesterday is when I got my first legendary. It's a pretty good one. It's DPS based. It is, I think, one of the lower DPS ones for Beastmaster Hunters, but it is at least a DPS oriented one. But essentially in this video, I want to tell you guys the easiest ways on how to get a legendary. Now, there's so many things in Legion that can actually get you legendaries. Like, apparently, you know those small treasures that you find around? There's actually achievements getting like 50 of them in each zone or whatever. I've heard that those even have a chance to give legendaries, but it's like a minuscule chance, like next to zero. Like, you probably have a better chance winning the lottery than getting a legendary from those, so I wouldn't bank on that. So for one, doing heroic dungeons, you do have a chance to get a legendary off the last boss, though it is actually very rare. I wouldn't advise just spamming heroics expecting to get a legendary. Mythics also give legendaries. Just normal mythics can give legendaries at the very end. You do have a slightly higher chance than in a heroic to get them. Raid Finder, like looking for raid, LFR, that actually has a chance to give legendaries. It is pretty rare. I think it's more common than doing heroics though, because I actually have seen someone get a legendary while I was in an LFR. But I wouldn't really go out of my way and just spam looking for a raid to get legendaries. I mean, it's a way, it's just not the best way. Now, normal and heroic raids do give legendaries as well. I think normal has about the same chance as looking for raid, maybe slightly higher because, it is higher difficulty. Heroic does have a slightly higher chance than normal, at least, to give legendaries. Like, I actually have seen people in my raid get legendaries while we were doing heroic Emerald Nightmare. Now, the two most common ways to get legendaries in Legion. So these are the ones that you do want to spam, though one of them you can't really spam. One of them is to do your emissary quests, to get your emissary chest. Now, that's actually where I got mine. That's probably like the second highest chance of getting a legendary. Now, the highest is actually Mythic Plus. And the more chests you get in Mythic Plus, the higher chance you get of getting a legendary. So if you get 3 chests in Mythic Plus, you do have a higher chance, obviously, than just doing 1 or 2 chests Mythic Plus. But Mythic Plus is ultimately the best way in Legion to get legendaries. And you can also farm them, which is great. Just keep doing Mythic Pluses over and over again. You can, as long as someone has a keystone, then you're good. And even if you don't make the time and you get the 1 chest without time, that still has a chance of getting a legendary, so don't just quit if you don't make the time. Now, with all that being said, Blizzard does have a anti-bad luck thing coded into the game, meaning the more times you try to get a legendary, the higher chance it is for you to get a legendary, essentially. So if you just spam Mythic Pluses, you have a slightly higher chance of getting a legendary on your next Mythic Plus than on your current Mythic Plus, if that makes sense. So just a quick rundown of everything I've said is that there are many ways to get legendaries. You can get them from heroics, you can get them from a raid, looking for raid can even get them, but the 2 highest ways of getting them is doing your emissary quests. That's probably the second highest way, and then doing Mythic Plus is the best, most efficient way of getting legendaries. So I'd advise you all to get out there, do some Mythic Pluses. You can get some good gear besides legendaries too, so it's not a complete waste. And then I hope you also get a legendary, because they're not too hard to come by this expansion. Back in the day, they took a long time to get, but anyway, if you guys got legendaries any other way, or if you have any other tips and tricks of you saw someone get 2 legendaries in one raid, because that actually happened to me, someone in my raid, we were doing heroic Emerald Nightmare, and then someone got 2 legendaries in the same run. But if you guys have any other ideas of how to get legendaries, leave them in the comments below, because I'm also interested on other ways to possibly get my second legendary. But I hope this video was helpful to you guys. Do some Mythic Pluses, get your legendaries. You can leave a like on this video if it helped you, and I'll see you guys in the next video.